65. That's the age when I stopped lying to myself. For years, I kept saying the same thing. I'm fine. But I wasn't. Not really. It didn't hit me all at once. There was no big moment, no collapse, no emergency. Just a slow realization. My body wasn't responding the way it used to. I would wake up and instead of feeling rested, I felt like I already lived half a day. My knees didn't want to move. My back felt tight before I even stood up. My energy was gone before noon. And the strange part, everything still looked normal from the outside. People saw me and thought I was okay. But inside, something was slipping. Around that time, I came across a medical line that stayed with me. It said, "Most chronic conditions don't begin suddenly. They build quietly for years, and by the time you feel them, they're already deep inside your system." And that's when it clicked. My blood sugar wasn't stable anymore. Some days high, some days unpredictable. My cholesterol slowly rising. My sleep almost disappeared. And nights, those were the hardest. I would lie there awake, thinking about everything I ignored for years. At 65, you don't just think about living longer. You start thinking about how you're living. I went to doctors, of course I did, and they told me something I'll never forget. This is normal for your age. That word, normal, felt like a quiet sentence. Because if this is normal, then what happens next? That's when I stopped looking for quick solutions and started looking for something real. Not trends, not promises, just something that made sense. And that's when I found Moringa. At first, it sounded like everything else, another plant, another healthy thing. But this time, I didn't stop at the surface. I started reading, real studies, real observations, and what I found was different. Moringa leaves are unusually dense in nutrients: protein, vitamin C, vitamin B6, riboflavin, beta-carotene, calcium, magnesium. Not small amounts, meaningful amounts. But nutrients alone don't change lives. What caught my attention was what those nutrients were doing inside real people. It was a study, small but important. People with diabetes added about 50 grams of moringa leaves to a meal. Their blood sugar after eating dropped by nearly 20%. Now, if you've ever struggled with blood sugar, you understand what that means. It's not about perfection, it's about control. And control is the difference between decline and stability. Then I looked at inflammation. At our age, inflammation becomes quiet but constant. You feel it in your joints, your stiffness, your fatigue, your recovery. And long-term inflammation is linked with heart disease, aging, and serious health problems. Moringa contains natural compounds that help reduce that internal stress. Not aggressively, not like medication, but gently over time. That's when something changed in me. Not excitement, not belief, just a quiet decision. I'll try this, and I'll give it time. The first week, nothing changed, and most people would stop right there, because we've been trained to expect fast results. But the body doesn't work like that. The second week, I noticed something small. My blood sugar didn't spike the same way after meals. Not perfect, but smoother, more stable.
and stability is where healing begins. By the third week, something else shifted. The constant stiffness in my body was slightly less, not gone, but reduced, like someone slowly turning down the volume of discomfort. After a month, I noticed something I didn't expect. My mood. I felt calmer, less irritated, less heavy inside. Later, I learned why. Moringa contains an amino acid that supports serotonin production, the chemical that helps regulate mood and emotional balance. At that time, I didn't know the science. I just knew.
I felt better. My sleep improved too. Not perfect, but deeper. And when sleep improves, everything begins to change. Then came cholesterol. Studies on both animals and humans suggest Moringa can help reduce cholesterol levels. And slowly, mine started moving in the right direction. Not fast, but steady. And at this age, steady is everything. Years passed. At 70, people started noticing. At 75, they started asking questions. At 80, they stopped believing my age. But I wasn't trying to prove anything. I was just trying to hold on to my life. And Moringa helped me do that. But listen carefully. This matters. Moringa is not magic. It helps, but only if you understand it. There are things people ignore, mistakes people make, situations where it may not be right. And I learned some of those, slowly, sometimes the hard way. And if I hadn't paid attention, I wouldn't be here today, at 103, talking to you. If you're still listening, that means something. You're thinking about your health, your future, your time. In the next part, I'll tell you everything else. The benefits people don't fully explain, the risks no one talks about, and how to actually use this properly so it helps you, not harms you. So, you stayed. That already tells me something about you. Most people don't. They hear a few good things, feel a little hope, and then go back to the same routine. But if you're still here, then maybe you're not just listening, you're thinking. Because deep down, you already know something isn't right. And I want to talk to you honestly now. Not like a doctor, not like an expert, just like a man who has lived long enough to see what works and what quietly destroys people over time. Moringa helped me, there's no doubt about that. But what most people don't understand is how to use it and when not to. Let me tell you what I learned. First, hormones. At our age, your body changes. You don't recover the same, you don't feel the same. Your energy, your mood, even your drive, everything shifts slowly. There was a study that showed Moringa helps increase antioxidants and reduce stress markers in the body. In simple words, it helps your body handle aging a little better. Not stop it. Nothing stops it. But it softens the impact. And when you reach a certain age, you realize you're not trying to become young again. You just don't want things to get worse too fast. But here's something important, something people don't talk about enough. Moringa can influence hormones. In some cases, it can increase desire. But at the same time, it has been linked to reduced chances of conception. Now, for most people watching this, that may not matter anymore, but it tells you something deeper. This plant is not weak.
It affects your system, so it needs to be respected. Second, your skin. Now, at this age, skin becomes more sensitive, slower to heal, more prone to infections. Moringa has antibacterial, antifungal, and antimicrobial properties. People use it for skin issues, fungal infections, irritation, even small wounds. Some apply the oil directly. And yes, it can help. But again, it's not about trends. It's about using something because it actually works. Third, your brain. Now this one is personal.
Because what scared me the most was not physical pain. It was losing clarity, forgetting things, feeling slow, disconnected. Moringa contains nutrients that support brain function. It helps with fatigue, low mood, mental fog. And over time, I noticed it. I felt more present, more aware. Not sharp like a young man, but not fading either. And that matters more than people realize. Fourth, your bones. At this stage in life, strength is everything. One fall can change everything. Moringa contains calcium and phosphorus, which support bone health. It also helps reduce inflammation, which plays a role in joint pain and conditions like arthritis. Now, I'm not saying it makes you strong overnight, but it supports what your body is trying to hold together. Fifth, breathing. Some observations suggest Moringa may help improve lung function and reduce symptoms in conditions like asthma or bronchitis. Now, I didn't take it for that reason, but I did notice my breathing felt easier over time, less tightness, more comfort. And sometimes small improvements like that change your entire day. Sixth, digestion. This is something people ignore until it becomes a problem. Moringa has been used traditionally for stomach issues, liver support, and detoxification. It helps the body deal with toxins, including heavy metals. And when your digestion improves, everything else follows. Seventh, urinary health. In traditional medicine, Moringa has been used to support kidney function, reduce infections, and help with fluid balance. Again, not magic, but support. Eighth, infection protection. Moringa contains compounds that can fight certain bacteria and fungal infections. Even serious ones like E. coli have shown sensitivity in studies. That tells you something. This plant is active. It does things. And now, I want to tell you the truth, the part most people skip. Mistakes. The biggest mistake people make is expecting fast results. They try it for a few days, see nothing, and quit. That's not how this works. The body takes time. Another mistake, taking too much. More is not better. Your body doesn't need overload. It needs consistency. And one more thing, this is important. If you're already on medication, especially for blood sugar or blood pressure, you need to be careful because Moringa can enhance those effects. And if you ignore that, you can create imbalance. So always be aware, always pay attention, because this is not about blindly following something. It's about understanding your own body. Now listen to me carefully. Moringa did not give me 103 years. It gave me a second chance
at taking care of myself. The real change came from paying attention, being consistent, and respecting my body. Moringa was just a part of that journey, but it was an important part. And maybe it can be a small part of yours too, if you use it the right way, if you stay patient, if you don't expect miracles, but allow small changes to build. Because in the end, that's how life really works, not in big moments, but in small decisions repeated every day. I'm 103 now, and if there's one thing I can tell you from everything I've seen, everything I've lived, it's this: don't wait until your body forces you to change. Start while you still can. Take care of what you have, because once it's gone, no plant, no medicine, no advice can fully bring it back. Take this seriously, but don't rush. Just begin. And maybe years from now, you'll look back and quietly thank yourself. That's all I wanted to say. Take care.